I'm really happy for my players and our coaches and everybody in the organization. They put a lot of time and effort in, and it's always good to get that win and have these guys feel good about all their hard work. I thought we did some good things on offense in the first half. Defensively, we kind of struggled a little bit. Found ourselves in the second half, played a really good defensive second half. Give up some yardage, but had some really important stops. Offensively, we had that one drive that was really nice early on. Then kind of sputtered. The guys got to do a better job of understanding situational football. Even though you have the lead and there's still time on the clock, you still have to have that same intensity the entire time. So, part of that in the building of this program is teaching these young guys to understand you never play the clock. You just play the game. And every snap's just as important at the end as it is at the beginning, and I thought we faltered with that a little bit. Really extremely proud of Johnny Stanton. Came to us a couple weeks ago, said he wasn't playing quarterback, could he help out some other areas, and we threw him on some special teams, and he comes in and blocks a punt. So that speaks to the kind of person he is. So excited about the game and the win, and ready to go back to work.
Can you just talk about what this win means as far as the big picture?
Yeah, sometimes wins and losses get sensationalized every week, and it's a win. It's a good win. It's a game we came out and we expect to win every week. The guys came out and executed it, and now it's on to the next one.
Coach, can you talk about the guy you're right to play? Just the composure.
Yeah.
Actually, you're left to start.
I was like, who's next to me? Armani's a great kid, and he's done a great job. I'm really proud of his maturation, and we're tough on him, and I thought early on he did some really good things, and there were some great learning opportunities in that second half where, learning how to not take so many shots and get down, but I tell you what, to come out and go 7 for 7 in the first half, to execute the offense the way he did, to run the ball and extend plays, every week he's just becoming a better and better football player, and that's why we recruited him.
Two-part question. Can you talk about just the importance of allowing 13 points following a loss at Ohio State?
Yeah, Ohio State's pretty good, and tonight we played pretty good defense. So, again, it's one of our defensive goals. We have a certain mark that we have, and our guys were under it. And the biggest thing was when you give up, that many points in the first half, and then for the guys to settle in and come and play a second half like that, really disappointed on that last drive before the half. We've got great momentum, and they go right down and score their only touchdown of the game. And those are things that can't happen. So we talked about it at halftime, and the defensive coaches, challenge the guys. I challenge the coaches challenge the players, and they answered the challenge. So, again, every week we just got to keep getting better. We're not where we want to be right now, and I don't think anybody is, after week 4, but we're continuing to work.
And the second part of that question was, speaking about the first half, your team put up 35 points and only scored 6 in the second half. Does that concern you at all?
No, we slowed it down quite a bit. We ran the ball a lot. We got very conservative in what we were doing. There was a lull. We had that one long, nice drive, and we went down, took a bunch of time off the clock, which was important. Got that touchdown. Was disappointed in the fourth quarter with about 10 minutes left. We had 2 3 and outs. Those are things that bother me. Even if you're not scoring touchdowns, you need to be able to move the chains. You need to be able to take time off the clock, keep your defense off the field. Defense came up with another. I'll tell you what, 3 times in the last 2 games, we've created a turnover inside the 5. That shows the fight that those guys have. But we got to keep getting better at a lot of things.
2 touchdowns on the ground and very efficient passing. Is this kind of the game that you imagined you'd be getting from Armani when you get such a high recruit?
Yeah, and 2 years ago when we got here, we talked quite a bit about where we were offensive line-wise. We were so small and weren't real strong and physical. And I've always believed if you're gonna build a team that's gonna be able to last and to win games and to win championships, it's by defense and running the football, And so we've got a heck of an offensive line. There's only one senior on it, and I tell you what, those guys are doing a great job. And then you're able to recruit some more speed, some more athletes. You get a guy like Armani. It's one of the biggest reasons we redshirted him last year was building for the future. And you see the maturation that he's having. And when you have that run game in front of him, people have to play him true. You look at the very end of the game, they load the box. You got a 1 high, and you make a big play. And Boyd came up big, and again, it all goes hand in hand. It's all part of the plan.
He scores those 2 rushing touchdowns. Do you think that opens it up for the running backs now that those guys they're worried about that?
Well, yeah, that's part of the design. We are a quarterback run offense, so he's going to be asked to run the football. A lot of that stuff is specifically designed. One of them was an option play. Obviously, they took the pitch. He did a great job of cutting it up, and then also just his ability to extend the plays on third downs a couple of times was great. But yeah, you've got to defend all 11 guys on the field. Every one of our skill guys is going to be able to move the ball.
Let's say about Lexington's ability where you can beat you in the open field, and then can also push the pile at the goal line like that. Like,
Yeah, it's what he's done his whole career since he's been here. I don't know, it's like the 16th, 17th, something 100-yard rushing game. And you saw he has elite speed. You saw it last week. He could run with anybody at Ohio State. But he's done, I mean, there's nothing he did tonight that's new. He's been doing it now for 3 years.
Thoughts in the fourth quarter to take Armani out?
No, I mean, you watch a game. You know, we were all sitting in the locker room a couple weeks ago, and Texas A&M's up 31 points on UCLA, and we go out for our hour Sunday practice. We come in, UCLA won the game. So, no.
I want to direct this question towards Armani. Coach just said right now that wins and losses get sensationalized, especially 4 weeks after the season. But after a 1-2 start, explain what being 1-0 in the Mountain West Conference means to you and your team.
It means a lot right now, especially going into conference. Everybody's 0-0 when you go into conference. And for us to get our first victory in conference, it's a statement. And then now we just have to keep going forward.
Armani, on Tuesday you just talked about every single game you feel more and more comfortable out there. It seemed like you just were there. It's super comfortable. What was going on in your mind out there?
Like I said, kind of Tuesday, just each and every game, you get different looks. And then when you see those looks, you know what to expect. And from the first game to this game, I've seen certain looks, and I was able to just put the pieces together, and it helps out a lot, even during practice and all that.
Chauncey, did you fight on play action on your interception?
We practiced at read a lot this week during practice. Whenever the tight end pass block, we already knew that, the number one on the outside likes to do a nice 5-yard post. So I just read my key and then, made a play on that.
Chauncey, the defense, you guys gave up a bunch of yards between the 20s, but every time they got down there, you guys seemed to come up with a fourth down stop or a fumble or a pick. Just talk about the tenacity with those guys and the bend but don't break mentality.
Well, with that, we gave up some things that we definitely didn't want to do, and when he got in the red zone, we knew we had to tighten up on some things and just make a play and keep some points off the board, and I think we did that.
Tony, did Devin re-injure his leg tonight, or did he get more?
No, he, obviously he had the leg injury. That's why he didn't do the kickoffs or the punting tonight. I thought Erickson came in and, did a decent job. But once we had a little bit of a lead, we felt pretty comfortable Gutierrez could make those kicks. I was wrong. So we'll get Evan healthy and get him back in there.
And Armani's a little bit anything, just rolled his ankle. Was that pretty much it?
Yeah. I mean, it's football, We'll put some ice on it tonight.
Coach, they had a 17-play drive, but they didn't end up with a touchdown. How big was that for the defense, and did you kind of look at that as almost like a turning point in the game?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, when you look at the stat box, we played 50 snaps on defense in the first half. I mean, literally, we walked in and we get the stat sheet, and we played 33 plays on offense, which is good, real efficient. But then you look defensively, and you can't have another half of 50 plays. We got to do a better job, and I think we flipped it. I think we only played 33 or something in the second half. So, yeah, I mean, when they're chewing up that much time and that much clock, and your defense is on the field, they're going to get worn down. So for them to be able after a 17-play drive when they're running no huddle, and it's hard to sub, and for our guys to be able to kind of hunker down and make that stop, that was huge. It's all about character.
Armani, did you feel like that was the best 3 plays you guys could have to open the game when you get them to call a timeout that early?
It feels good when you're getting the defense a little nervous out there, and we're executing our plays. Lex is making big plays. The linemen everybody's just doing their job out there, and then when you see them call the timeout, we're doing the right thing.
No. Okay, thank you.
Thanks very much.